When people are going through difficult times, they often isolate themselves. They don't want to be a downer, or they just don't have the energy to put on a brave face and pretend everything is okay. But we were created to be in relationship with God and with others. By staying connected, we become more resilient, allowing us to bounce back from struggle or hardship quicker. In this series, I want to take time to reflect on these 7 keys to resilience. And in this video, we're going to focus on the key of staying connected. My name is Laura, founder of Hope Made Strong, where we equip you and your ministry team as you support and care for others in your community. We often underestimate the power of relationships, but it was one of the first things to be attacked in the Garden of Eden. In the garden, when the devil tempted Eve and Adam followed suit, the first thing to occur was shame and separation between Adam and Eve. Further, guilt and isolation occurred when they hid from the Lord. And finally, judgment and alienation was the result when Adam and Eve were removed from the garden. But having a relationship with us was so important to God that He sent Jesus to restore what was lost. It is a basic need to belong and to be connected to others. There have been social studies that show that without attachment to a mother, young fail to thrive despite having all other basic needs to live. A frequent tactic of the devil is to try to create separation, isolation, and alienation between each other and between us and God. This is done by convincing us that we don't belong, or that we're not worthy enough, or that others reject us. Unfortunately, in low or challenging moments, we tend to believe these lies and isolate ourselves, leaving us vulnerable. That is why staying connected is a key to resilience. Resiliency is the ability to bounce back or not get stuck when facing hardship. Rather than an achievement earned or a designation learned, the 7 keys to resilience are disciplines that, when intentionally implemented, work. For example, when we implement the first key, staying connected, and have relationships with other people, we are able to receive support even when we don't feel like it. We're able to avoid the destruction that comes with isolation. In your role as a supporter, understanding the internal conversation of the person who's struggling is vital. They often tell themselves, I don't want to be a burden, and I don't have the energy to go. And people rarely take you up on the offer to call anytime when you are offering help. So how do you respect people's desire to be alone, but still support them, knowing that it's important to stay connected? This delicate balance can be done by simple but powerful support strategies. Here are a few. Have short, frequent visits and conversations. Engage in surface-level conversations about current events and these light topics. Come prepared with things to chat about. Distract with an activity like watching a movie, playing a game, or doing a puzzle rather than trying to have full conversations. Or even go for a walk or a drive so there's no pressure to maintain eye contact and there's some other distractions to focus on. Or you can even send notes, cards, emails, or give porch drop-offs showing that there's a connection and support available while respecting that person's space. And of course, becoming comfortable with silence is a really valuable key. You don't have to fill every moment with chatter. When supporting others, these simple strategies are very, very powerful and show that you are connected without applying pressure. As a caregiver, it is equally important to build your own resilience so that you can remain healthy in ministry. Having supportive and trusting relationships as a ministry leader can be really challenging. But hear me when I say that it is worth the investment of time and energy to seek out mentors and nurture relationships where you can feel that you can be authentic. It is a discipline to invest in relationships. It is so much easier to stay home and watch Netflix than it is to pick up the phone or spend what little time you have building a relationship. But having the discipline to build relationships creates a cushion that supports and fulfills that human basic need to belong and have connection. During the pandemic, I was asked what I think are the most important things to keep people well when the world is facing so much suffering and uncertainty. And staying connected was always top of my list. It is a key to resilience and well-being. And when ignored, the impacts can snowball into destructive mindsets and behaviors. I encourage caregivers and ministry leaders to have a habitual time when they can connect with a trusting and authentic relationship. If you'd like to hear more about the other 6 keys to resilience, check out the blog at Hope Made Strong, or subscribe and be notified when videos are posted. Thanks for connecting and take care.